Let's begin. This is about up educators. We strongly believe in our ethics. We are Google for Education partner. Basically, we are India's leading institute and we offer an instructor-led training courses. All our courses basically is designed in such a way that you have the instructor, it's all online, okay? And our main objective is that we want the teachers, the educators, basically to be very confident using technology tools in classrooms, because it's very important now, and we'll understand that as we move ahead. We have trained more than 10,000 teachers. We have trained educators from 3,000 plus schools and colleges. These are some of the schools like JBCN, DY Patil, Vibgyor High, and many more. We have trained teachers from around 25 countries. These are the name of the schools. 600 plus educators have been Google and Microsoft certified educators. These are some of the 600 plus educators who have become the Google certified, Microsoft certified educators. So we come to coding. Why you want to learn coding? Like Amita said, digital school, more advanced to learn coding, school working on marketing, right? So these are some of the views of why you want to learn coding. So let's understand that, teachers. Now, if I have to compare a decade back and now, okay, I still recall, teachers, that during our time when we were little, when we used to be in school, and that time, even to procure a landline was so difficult. We had to register to MTNL, and then, we had to wait almost more than 10 to 15 years till your number is to reflect, and then you used to have a landline. So in the entire society, there's to be only one landline. So you imagine, a decade back and now, where are we now, right? Now, even you'll see the rickshaw guys, your servants, everyone has a mobile phone, correct? So if you have to see a decade back and now, even for me to ask someone the route, I had to have a piece of paper asking for the direction, right? But now, everything on your mobile app. So you don't even have to bother about it. You recall, we had to, change the cassette if you had to change the side. Now it's like, at just one call to your Alexa, your best song will be played. The watch we used to use earlier, and now the digital watch. So you see what's happening. What are we? Where are we moving? We are actually moving to a digitalized world, right? And what is the reason behind it? The reason behind it is coding, correct? Earlier, what we used to do, teachers, we used to use a WhatsApp. Everybody used to use WhatsApp. Everybody is in so many social media platforms. It could be Twitter, it could be LinkedIn, it could be any of the social media platforms. So we were using, but this awareness now, the awareness as to what is the reason behind it. So now that awareness is basically, they are aware that the reason behind is coding. So that is the reason more and more teachers have started learning coding. So basically, what does computer coding or programming make you think of? Can you put it on chat quickly? What is it that makes you think of? What is it exactly? We're talking coding, but what is it exactly? What are we doing in coding or programming? Quick, teachers, quickly on the chat, please. Come on, teachers, quickly. What is the coding or a computer? Apply logic, all right. What is it that you're telling the computer? What is it? Applying logic, right? Very good, Manisha. Instructions, yes, Nagalakshmi, instructions. Very good. I'm so glad. Correct. Absolutely. It's like providing instructions to the computer. So Computer is not going to do anything. Computer is pretty innocent. Correct. But when you try and provide a set of instructions, it's exactly going to execute what you're going to ask the computer to do, the instructions that you're providing. Correct? I just something on the chat. To perform tasks. Absolutely. Correct? So what are we doing? Coding basically allows us to create computer software, websites. Okay, even now you'll see young kids. They're all absolutely pro on creating websites. Steve Jobs, he's saying everyone should learn to code because it teaches you how to think. It's very true, teachers. Tell me what's happening. Now we are living in a world of ChatGPT. I hope you're all aware of ChatGPT. Is it anyone who's not aware of ChatGPT? What's happening? Tell me. Earlier, you all from a school background, from an education background. We used to draft circulars. We used to invest so much of time getting in touch with an English teacher, right? Planning our question papers, going through the textbook, so much of thinking involved. Now, just one command and everything is at your beck and call, correct? Earlier, when we used to play, we used to always be on the field. Now you will find children playing even soccer on the fingertips. So what's happening? Where are we using our brain? Where are we thinking? Correct? So when you all will learn coding, you will realize that there's so much fun. There's so much of thinking that happens. There's so much of thinking that takes place. Okay, so he says that everyone should learn to code because it basically teaches you how to think, and it's really true, teachers, right? So why is the importance of coding increasing day by day? It's increasing. You all will agree to it. Because we are dealing with machines. The day starts with machine, it ends with machine. First thing in the morning, you'll get up, you're going to check your mobile phones. Correct? You'll go on so many apps, right? And then you'll go to your school, you'll go on the computer lab, planning everything, right? You back home, again, you're on your digital devices. So what are we doing? We're all the time with machines. We're all the time with apps, with the digital devices. So that is the reason. And coding is what? Coding is a language of interaction. So coding becomes your language of interaction with this new age machines, right? As I said earlier, WhatsApp, yeah, using WhatsApp, done. LinkedIn, done. But now we're becoming aware. What is the reason behind it, right? So that's why the importance of coding is increasing day by day. We were doing a Google search on the volume of coding classes, teachers, and you will not believe that from 2020 to 2023, the search results has gone almost like, say, from 580 to almost 14,000. That's the search results. That's almost, you can say, 30 times there's a search result for coding. So we were just doing this survey and we realized that so much the parents are now interested. The educators are now interested. So why so? Because it provides a competitive edge. The schools feel that if I'm going to offer coding, I will have an edge over the others. The parents feel that if my child learns coding, I have an edge over the others. You all feel that if I have coding, definitely I'm going to be at par with the school and with my learners. Correct? So basically, coding provides you a very competitive advantage because we are all living in a technology-driven world. So when we introduce children to coding, the parents and educators are equipped with basically future-proof skills. We will be understanding this a bit more. 21st century skills, correct? Critical thinking, problem solving, all these are your 21st century skills. Now, in this slide, if you must have seen, it is written that we are in an unpredictable world. So why so? I will cite an example to you all. My friend's dad, okay? He started his journey as a banker, as a cashier, basically. And he retired, almost 33 years he worked in the same, with the same profile. And he retired as a head cashier. Where is the growth, teachers? Right? Now, I'm from a chemistry background. So if I'll say that, no, I just have to do chemistry, then I'll do my PhD, I'll get into my chemistry field. But there is so much that's coming up: artificial intelligence, chat GPT, coding, robotics, STEM robotics. There's so much coming up. And if I'm going to just have my conventional thought and I keep moving, correct, it's not going to help me to navigate. It can get into the saturation, right? So we need to equip ourselves with these 21st century skills. That is critical thinking, problem solving, right? When you equip yourself with 21st century skills, it becomes very easy to navigate, right? See, today I'm teaching. I've trained so many teachers in coding. I'm teaching robotics. So it helps you to navigate, right? So the reason you all need to be at par, you all need to have these 21st century skills. We'll understand this more. Problem solving, critical thinking, very true. Because when we are learning coding, teachers, you are going to encounter a lot of challenges. And the moment you encounter challenges, you will try to troubleshoot it. Correct? So you put your thinking cap on. Like Steve Jobs said, it helps you to think. And then you find solutions to it. You'll break it down into different small steps. Then for every step, you will try and find a solution. So you troubleshoot and then you come to a conclusion. Problem solving skill, critical thinking, right? And then what happens? This becomes your pattern in your real life. Even in real life, when you encounter challenges, you exactly know how to deal with it, right? So that's your problem solving skill. You'll break it down into smaller parts. So this helps in developing your logical solutions. Even for that matter, you know, if you give children a particular topic, and I have experienced this in my career, that we had given them on global perspective. Okay, there was a topic on global perspective. And that's a very huge topic, basically. So what they did, they divided, you know, they segregated everybody into small groups. They formed teams. Okay, one team taking care of, you know, how we can check on to they removed that Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, you know, how like we are going to do the cleaning in the vicinity area. One got in touch with the locals, one got in touch with the BMC guys. So this is how they all took up their responsibilities. And then when they used to meet, they used to map and come to a conclusion. So beautifully done. Correct. So it enhances your skills, teachers. The problem solving, critical thinking. You can tackle the problem with confidence. Any problem that you will encounter, you will tackle it with confidence. Creativity and innovation. Your creativity enhances, and I can vouch for it because the teachers who have passed out from the previous batches, the kind of projects they share on the group, it's amazing. With the knowledge that they have achieved and how they are enhancing with their creativity. So you imagine, teachers, your creativity, your learners' creativity. Children are very creative. You are the key just to unlock that creativity, right? So you unlock their creativity, your creativity together will definitely lead to an innovation, right, teachers? So coding leads to big time creativity, right? So you can design games, you can develop apps, you can build websites. There is such a lot that you can do, right? Coding empowers children to express their creativity and explore their imagination. I'm sure if you have a science exhibition and you tell children we'll be doing, you all will agree that they come out with amazing ideas, right? So it enhances your creativity, teachers. And we have seen this even in class. When we are dealing with the teachers in class, they come out, what if we do this? What if we do this? So your creativity enhances, correct? Digital literacy, very true. Nowadays, kids have a deeper understanding of the technology. You all will agree. I can really cite my own example. I've never been a social media person. So for me, I mean, like, TK, you know, like WhatsApp, perfect. Okay, I'm fine with it. As far as I'm communicating, it's okay with me. But then I realized that, I wanted to market my school. So I got in touch with the team and I said, what do I do? Like, I'll just market my school, like not for my personal thing. And they downloaded an Instagram for me and then they were helping me out, how to do it and all that. And somewhere I felt, no, this can't happen. So I enrolled for a digital marketing course. I did it with Up Educators only. And I wanted to understand, like, what is this digital marketing all about? Because then if you go and ask your children, how do you do this? Oh, mom, you don't even know this much. So it's like, oh, no, it's a big no. You need to be at par, teachers. Otherwise, the kids are going to move ahead. So that's what the deeper understanding of how the technology works. And see, today, I mean, for me, I design my own websites. So I learned so much from Up Educators and to develop an ability to navigate. So see, it helps you to navigate, right? So teachers, that is what is digital literacy. We have to be at par. Otherwise, children in the class, my teacher doesn't know. Miss, we need to do it like this, right? So that's about digital literacy. Learning coding is becoming a mainstream now. I mean, you all will agree, teachers. The National Education Policy, after 33 years, have realized that no more conventional old school of thought is going to work, right? We need to change a perspective of looking at education. So now they have started introducing coding. They've started introducing coding from grade 6 upwards. You all must be aware of. But I can really tell you, teachers, that from our previous batch, there were teachers from Goa, there were teachers from Kolkata, and they all were sharing that in their school, they have started coding right from grade 1. Correct. So now what is happening, teachers? Coding has been introduced right from grade 1 in many of the schools. And as per the National Education Policy, coding has to be introduced from grade 6 upwards. So now things are changing. The perspective of looking at education is changing. Correct? No more old school of thought is going to work. STEM education. You all must have heard, and even we as Up Educators have introduced course on STEM education. Okay, we have introduced STEM robotics. I'll talk about it a little later. So what is STEM? We all know it is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. It's an integration, basically. What happens, teachers? I remember during my time, I hardly had any subject options. Hardly any subject options were given to us. Only I remember we had that core and extended given to us in Hindi. But now if you see, there is a wide array of subject options to the children. So what happens? So if I am going to teach them in a manner of STEM education, like integrating the different subjects together. So even if I am from a commerce stream, I go for a commerce stream, I still have a knowledge of science. I still have a knowledge of math. Correct? So if the STEM education becomes a part of your curriculum in school, right from the early age, so even if the children navigate when they reach grade 10 and go for their option, they are aware of these subjects. Okay, so this integration helps a lot. If I have to teach a child a model of heart, so what happens there? Science, correct? Because you're teaching about heart, so you will cover the entire science of it. Technology, if I bring a stethoscope in the class. Science, the entire topic that you have, correct? You divide it into 4 valves, you teach everything. That's about science. I bring a technology, I get a stethoscope in the class, and I'm talking about, that's about technology. Engineering. What if I have to replace the valve? If I talk to them about all that. Mathematics, if they have to check the beats. So this is how the integration happens, teachers. That's STEM education, right? So again, this becomes very important for the technology-driven world. And again, what is it? What is behind STEM? Coding, right? So this is how, teachers, you imagine coding is gaining a big time importance in today's world, correct? Any questions still, yeah? Any questions? Hope you all finding it interesting.
No question, sorry.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Amita. All right. So
It is very nice understanding every step by step.
Thank you so
I
much.
just want to learn for this course, but someone is passed away in my family, and
Oh,
this course is gone, and I will take next month.
oh, very sorry to know that, Samita.
Yeah,
And
sorry
look
for that.
forward to it. No, absolutely
Yeah.
fine. Yes, Mavesh. Yes, hello. You have something to
Ma'am, is
say?
there any kind of certification given by the by your team by the upgrade?
Thank you, Mr. Banu. For certification, let me complete this and I'll come to that question. Thanks, Archana. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah. ठीक है. So STEM education is clear? Chalo. So now we come to the main point. Why educators are learning coding? You all up in the morning, 10 o'clock, Sunday morning, right? So bridge the digital gap. I told you I had to be dependent on my kids. I had to be dependent on my staff. Okay. Basically, I'm from an education field. I've been heading schools for the last 16 years, national and international schools. So, I mean, I felt that, oh, no, I need to understand. So I need to bridge this digital gap, right? So it's very important, teachers, because 99% of the educators did not learn coding when they were in school, right? And now 100% students are learning coding from grade 6. And it's not just grade 6. There are many schools, as I said, they were from Goa, they were from Kolkata, and it's been offered right from grade 1, correct? So we didn't learn coding. We didn't even know what coding is all about. But now see children where they are, correct? It enhances your teaching methods. Very, very true. When I was actually interacting with the learners post-COVID, and they were like, we don't want PowerPoint presentation anymore. Initially, previous pandemic, they used to enjoy, the PowerPoint presentation. Even teachers used to feel something very, ma'am, I'm using PowerPoint presentation. Hai na? So PowerPoint presentation was interesting. But during pandemic, we switched completely. Explore my career with coding. Okay, very nice. Yes, I'll be coming to that too, Mavesh, and you will understand that how it helps for your career growth. Okay, so then so they said no more PowerPoint presentation. They were so saturated during the pandemic because we had completely switched to PPT, right? So how now the teachers, then they feel, what do we do now? Correct? How do we make a class interesting? So coding helps teachers. You will understand how coding helps. Okay. And now those old school of thought is not going to work. If I have to sit and I will say, look, teachers, once upon a time, just imagine there was a tree, there was a bird sitting on the tree. That's abstract teaching. I'm putting you into visualization. That's abstract teaching. That's not going to work now. It's all hands-on. Children learn by doing, all application-based. They have to apply their knowledge. Correct? So that old school approach is not going to work. So now that is the reason the latest technology, the approach is changing, right? Hands-on experience. Don't you feel children enjoy when you put them into a group to do project? They just have fun and they learn so much. So it's all hands-on. Once upon a time is gone now, correct? You will be also learning about Minecraft. Now, what happens in Minecraft, teachers? As I said, everything on the fingertips, right? And if you must have seen in your class also, nowadays the classrooms have become very colorful. Unlike during our time, we had a standard same color desk and benches. But now the classrooms have changed. It's all vibrant. You'll find all vibrant colors. Even the curtains are all vibrant. Correct? The vibrant colors, teachers, enhances your learning. It helps you to retain. Your energy levels increase. Right? So that is the reason now you will see that the entire structure, infrastructures, the ambience of the class is being changed. So this is how we are trying to now teach children in a form of a game. Correct? Have you agree? You all will agree that whenever you will have a PE period or a sports period in your school, 100% attendance. Correct? So let's see this video.
Now let's
This is a
how
Minecraft,
students can
okay?
use Minecraft for practicing concepts. Let's take
How we can
subject
teach concepts
mathematics,
here. Like we'll just take a math
and
concept
let's take
for a grade 4.
and the top.
and fractions we are taking in Minecraft.
Create the world.
Now look at this.
Once you are inside,
You have to create a world first, like what you're teaching. This is the world of math we have created for fraction.
Start the game.
See how interesting it is, teachers, and see the way it's so colorful.
So once you click on
Now this is start game. What do you want to do? Do you want a lesson plan? Do you want a video? Or do you want to just start a game? So you get these three options. So let's start the game.
Once you click on start the game, the door.
Now see what's happening. The door opened,
and the child will be able.
and then the child now is able to enter the.
Start answering questions which are written on.
Now there are different sections that's been created.
Character, you can click on it.
Now he's going to click on this, so the question appears.
So 7 by 10.
7 by 10 into 10 by 10. What is the answer?
If the child answers it correctly.
If he answers this correctly, you got it.
But if the child answers
Now let's see what happens if he answers is incorrect.
Let's take the next one and let's try and answer it incorrectly.
Okay, now he's come to another. This is the world that's
5
been
by
created.
7 into 3 by 3.
Let's give an incorrect answer and see what happens.
The answer is this, but I'm going to give a wrong answer.
Now see what's happening.
Click on it.
So not
It
yet.
will say not yet. So this way.
So this is the way the child learns, and I'm going to have fun. And this is very vast, teachers, and very, very interesting. Your lesson plans are so interesting. It takes you to the link. You know, if you want to have some additional knowledge, you saw there was a link that was there. It takes you to a link.
Now let's see.
Okay.
How students
It gives you a link, and there's so much to do. And you saw how colorful it is. And if a child has to learn fraction like this was just an example. There's SS, there is science, there's laws, there's history, there's so much. And you create a world and such a vibrant, and you will be learning this when you enroll for the coding class. Real world application. For example, if I tell that, look, children, you have to create a nutrition tracker in your coding, where basically what you're going to do is you're going to create your regime of exercise, and you know how you're going to wean your junk food. And if the child is creating that nutrition tracker, he's bound to follow it. When they do something on their own, you know, even if the mama is going to give them one chapati with a lot of ghee in it, it will say, no, I have created a nutrition tracker. I'm going to be very cautious about my calories. I'm very cautious about my diet. No chips, nothing. So that's the real world applications. So if you give them a project which is concerned with their real world application, you can bring about such good changes in our learners, right? Sorry for that again, teachers. Correct? Experiential learning through projects. As I said earlier, you can't have those old school of thought. They have to experience it. If I'm going to say once upon a time, you're not experiencing it. I will say once upon a time, imagine you're near the beach, somebody will be imagining themselves on top of the mountain, right? So it doesn't work. So they have to experience it. Today you will tell me kinetic energy, but I will say I want to experience it. Correct. So I need to have a lot of hands-on model so that I can understand the concept. So I can't get into a rote learning. Correct. So that is something which is very important, because students can now create their own mobile apps, their chatbot, AI applications, which we will be understanding. So what if I give it as an assignment to them through projects? Otherwise, what happens, teachers, tell me? We give them a project. Some of them will say you have to do it in school. Some will say you will have to do it at home. What happens? The parents end up doing, then the parents get wild and they say that we had to do it. Then they will go down, buy the stationaries. You know, it's quite a bit, because all are working parents now. And even if you tell them to do it in school, oh, ma'am, I forgot this, I forgot that, this happened, and they are, absolutely drained, low energies. Then they will try and ask from their peer, then the teacher comes, intervenes, help. So there's so much. What if I give them a project which is just online? To create an app or to create a website, it's so interesting, right? So that's what is about the experiential learning through projects. NEP, as we all know, that it is now become, the cross-curricular integration is becoming very, very imperative, teachers. The subject integrations, right? Brain optimization, as Steve Jobs said. It is very, very important, because the more you will start thinking, it improves your neural pathway. You agree, teachers, we have those cube games. Why do we use those cube games? because it enhances your brain capacity. Correct? So we are not thinking now. Everything is on ChatGPT, everything is ready-made. We're just like so mechanical. So when you're doing coding, you will think and you feel, oh, I took this backdrop. What if I would have created a backdrop? What if I would paint a backdrop? Correct? There are a lot of things which I would think of doing. So what is it? I'm enhancing my creativity. Correct? So it increases your neural pathway because more you're thinking about it. Right? So brain optimization, and which is very important now. Correct? All right. I'll just take you through some of the projects that you all will be learning when you enroll for coding. Now, you like Mahesh was saying, right? To explore my career with coding. Very true. See, what happens is for the teachers, first of all, in school, you have an opportunity. Correct? You get jobs in edtech companies, Byju's, Vedantu. There are so many companies. Tuition classes. You can start your own tuition classes. Correct? You don't need anything. You just need is one computer. And you go online. Right? You teachers generally give tuitions post school hours. Right? You can teach coding to those students who are coming to you. Correct? If you want to start up a center of your own, you can start your own center of coding. So there is so much of career opportunities for teachers. All right? Like Vedantu, Byju's, tuition classes. Now, is learning coding a difficult task for educators? You must be thinking, I still recall when I did my programming, oh my God, I had like four pages to write. One semicolon missed and the program used to not run. And by the time we used to complete writing those 4 pages, the eyes could not even figure out that my semicolon has been missed. You know, we used to get so tired, and that 4 pages means so much of thinking. So gone are those days now. You don't have to write those codes, you know, those text-based coding. Now it's like classrooms are becoming vibrant. Coding is also becoming vibrant, teachers, right? So don't get overwhelmed. I'll just come back to my slide. Yeah. So don't get overwhelmed, you know, by coding language and platforms. That's not the case. It's just like if you happen to learn any one car. So it's not that I have learned on Creta. Oh, now I can't drive a Swift Desire. It's not that. That's not the case, right? Oh, I can't drive an XUV. So I will go and learn XUV. Oh, I will go and learn Swift Desire because I learned in Creta. Is that the case? No. If I know to drive a vehicle, I can drive any vehicle that you'll give it to me. Correct? So that's exactly what we believe, teachers. We believe in a Pareto principle, 80-20 rule. You're 20% of the input, 80% of the output. Correct? It is just like step-by-step process in learning coding. How initially we learn a tricycle, then we move to a bicycle, and then we move to a bike. Right, teachers? So that's our step-by-step process. Before that, I'll just take you through what are we going to learn. I'll just take you through some of the projects which are quite interesting. All can see my screen. Just a quick thumbs up. Great. You all can see my screen. Can you give me a thumbs up? Thank you. Okay. Now look at this story. Thanks, Sangeeta. Thanks, Manisha.
Hello, Mr. Wizard. I have been cursed to become a frog. Can you please turn me back to Prince?
Don't worry, Mr. Frog. I will use my magical powers and turn you back to Prince.
Thank you, Mr. Wizard, for turning me back to Prince. Okay, solar system. This is the first project. So basically, we just take into the conversation part first, and then we move to the progression. So first, we are having a conversation. This is the conversation that's happening between a teacher and the student. So now they are in the classroom, and he's very much interested in solar system. But the teacher first takes him to the galaxy. He still says, I want to see the solar system. So she took him to the galaxy here. And then he still says, I want to see the solar system. I mean, he's appreciating the galaxy. but he can't wait to see the solar system. So she says, no, now let's see the spaceship. So how we are changing the backdrop, correct? So now she says that let's move and see our solar system. And we put a GIF. You see? That's the animation. So interesting if you have to teach students like this, right? All of you can see, right? This is a fish story.
Shiny the fish. Shiny was a happy little fish. She lived with her family between two rocks in the deep
Very interesting, right?
sea.
So colorful.
Every day, she would swim around with her family and play with her friends. One day, while she was on
See, these
her
are
way
animations
home,
teachers.
she saw a sea star moving on the floor. She tried to move like the sea star, but she could not. How do you move like that? She asked the sea star. I have many tiny feet
Interesting.
under my arms
That's how we can create
that
stories.
help me move
We'll go to the chat box.
slowly. That's just the way I am.
This is a chatbot, teachers. You all are able to hear the audio, right? So he's asking, hello, I'm Chatty
Hello,
the chat box.
I am Chatty the
What's
chatbot.
your name? So I'm
What's your
typing there.
name?
Manju.
Okay,
So I'm
Manju, how
saying
are you doing?
fine.
I am glad to hear that. Manju,
Do you want to listen to a song? So I'm saying yes. Nice. You're all able to hear, right? So these are some of the interesting projects that you'll be learning in coding. I will also show you on artificial intelligence, which you will be covering in, I'll have to upload them. Okay, no problem. So artificial intelligence is also a part of your, will be a part of your curriculum. So which we do it on PictoBlocks. And see how beautiful it is, teachers. You just don't have to do anything. Now I have given him the instructions, just that this is an image of a celebrity. Just give me a thumbs up if you all can see, right? You all can see? A quick thumbs up. Gauri, Manisha, could you just give me, thanks Simi, thank you. Thanks Sangeeta. So thank you Manisha. So what happens here, teachers, I have just uploaded this image and I have not given any instructions if you'll see the code. I have not mentioned anywhere that he's Ranveer and she's Deepika. I have just said that you have to recognize this celebrity and see how it's going to do it. See, first it's analyzing the image. Then he says that there are two celebrities because I have put in the command, tell me how many celebrities are there. First he's saying Ranveer Singh. Second he's saying, it's amazing, right? It's beautiful. Now see, he's again analyzing the image. Again, he says that there are two celebrities, Saif Ali Khan, Kareena Kapoor. So as many celebrities. So he goes and searches on the web. After it does the searching, it is giving. I have not told him anything that these are the celebrities, give me the name. I have just said that I have celebrities. What code I have given? Give me how many celebrities are there and give me their names. And he's doing it. That's artificial intelligence, teachers. Beautiful, right? This is PictoBlocks. This you all will be learning in AI. Perfect. So I'll come back now. I'll just go back to my PPT. So you understood what all we'll be doing. So it's pretty interesting, right? So basically, you all can see my slide. All of you can see the slide. Perfect. So we follow a step-by-step process. So what you all will be learning is the Scratch. That's the block-based coding, which we saw so many animation, the Frog and the Wizard story, the solar system, we make a Christmas card. So all those things come under Scratch. Yes, thank you. Then you will be learning MIT App Inventor. Okay. Then you will move to Sangeeta, you are on my screen. So then you'll be learning an AI concept of PictoBlocks, which I just showed you about the celebrity thing. And there's lots in PictoBlocks, which we will be doing. I'll just share that in a while. Game-based coding, that Minecraft you saw, how it moved and that it created a world and then the fraction we did, that's a Minecraft. And you'll be learning Python, teachers. All right. So this is what is a step-by-step process. Now look at this. As I said, I used to write four pages, one semicolon. My whole program used to not run. And honestly, you know, your eyes used to be so tired that even if I had to revisit, you couldn't even identify that there's one semicolon that's missing, right? And look at the coding now. Look at the right-hand side. So colorful, right? Just like the way your classrooms are colorful, everything is becoming colorful. And this is what is called as a block-based coding. You can see it's like form of a block. And you just have to drag and drop, drag and drop. That's how the coding is now. See, this is how the coding is now. Right, teachers? Artificial intelligence, like of PictoBlocks, we've gone through the celebrity thing. You know about Siri, you know about Alexa, correct? That's all about artificial intelligence. So what all you will be learning? You will be learning their emotional identifiers. For example, you don't have to provide anything in detail. When you just have to provide the command of detect the emotions. It turns the camera on. And the moment it turns the camera on, you keep making faces. It keeps saying, if I do this, he'll say you're surprised. If I smile, it's like you smiling. You're sad, you're happy. Automatically, you keep making faces in front of the camera and it will keep saying that you're sad, you're happy, you're surprised, right? So how beautiful is that? So we will be learning programming on emotional identifiers, how it can identify your emotions, or even if you upload an image, it will identify that. Speech recognition, we all know about it. Alexa, Google Assistant, Siri, right? You will be learning. AI board, I just did right now. So here what it does, it plays game just like how the humans are playing, right? So we will now learn coding live, teachers. Okay, you all have downloaded Scratch. We'll just do a very small program. Just a conversation we will do. So all of you, have you downloaded Scratch or you have signed into Scratch? So we'll just do a small program. Yeah? Chalo. I'll share my screen. Thank you. Thanks a lot, teachers. Chalo. Let's start. I'll just give you a little brief first on coding. Now, this is how you have to first create your account in Scratch. Now, Scratch has basically either you work on the web browser or you can download Scratch. But generally what we do is we work on the web browser. We don't work on the download version because it is easy to access even anywhere in the world you are in, right? Now, this is how your Scratch looks like. Is my screen visible to all? A quick thumbs up. Thank you, Simi. Thank you, Manisha. Thank you. So now what happens, teachers? Let's divide this screen into 3 parts. All right. I'm dividing the screen into 3 parts. So now let's go to the extreme right-hand side of the screen. Extreme right. You can see there's a small sweet cat, correct? Just like in your annual day or you're having any event in school. So now, for example, let's consider annual day. So what is it? You have certain characters, correct? Your students, they perform a role of certain characters. You have certain characters, and where are they performing? They're performing on stage, correct? So in Scratch, teachers, this cat that you see is performing on this square that you see in which the cat is there, is performing on stage, correct? So this cat becomes a character, and this whole square, which is to the extreme right, just be on your extreme right, is a stage. Perfect. In Scratch, These cats are called as sprites. They are called sprites. Perfect. And what you see at the back, teacher, is a stage. Now, if I want to view the stage, I have 3 different modes how I can view the stage. So just above the stage, on the extreme right, you see there are 3 icons. The first one is the condensed form, correct? It becomes smaller. The middle one is by default given by Scratch. And the other one, which you see the 4 arrows which are pointing outward, is a full screen. Now, how do I come back? I have to come back, right? Now I feel, what do I do? Do I go and click the back arrow? What do I do? No. Again, that arrow which was pointing outward is now pointing inward. So just click that. You come back to the screen where you were working on. Perfect. Okay. Now, teachers, this cat, which is called as a sprite, below the stage, now you all know the stage, right? Just come below the stage, extreme right-hand side of your screen. Below the stage, you will see it's divided into 2 halves. With me? It's divided into 2 halves. Look at the first half, where you can see the sprite is there. The sprite is there, right? Look at, this is called as a sprite working area. This entire area is a sprite working area. Whatever changes I need to make for a sprite, I'm going to do it in this working area. Clear till here? Any doubts? With me? With me? A quick thumbs up. Thanks, Simi. Finding it interesting? Are you all doing with me?
Excuse me,
Thanks, Sriram. Yes, Ms. Amita.
can you speak again?
This thing? Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the area that is below the stage is divided into 2 halves. The one which is slightly bigger, thank you, Sriram. The one which is bigger is a sprite working area. Now, if I want to increase the size of the sprite, you can see there is a size there. Let me increase it, say, to 200. You saw? The size of the sprite increased. Now, if I want to reduce it, if I make it 50, it will become 2, correct? So by default, it is 100. Perfect. So that's how we change the size of the sprite. Now, again, in that sprite working area, teachers, come down. You see there is a cat with a plus sign. I'm still on the right-hand side of the screen. You all have to be on the right-hand side of your screen. In the sprite working area, when I come down, I click on that plus sign. I have library of sprites. I want animals, I want people, I want dance, music, the categories. These are the categories of the sprites. So whatever I want to select. So let's have a conversation. Let's create a conversation. So for that, I need a teacher. So I click on the teacher. So I don't need this sprite. So what will I do, teachers? I will first click. Very important in Scratch. Click on the sprite where you want to perform a certain task. So right now, I don't need the cat. So I'm just going to go and delete it. You can see a bin with a cross sign. Just delete it. Okay. So I bought a teacher. Now I want a student. So again, what I'm going to do is I will go to the extreme right-hand side of my screen. I will go to the bottom. There is a cat with a plus sign. I go there, choose a sprite. Another option that I had is I could have just gone on people because I know I need people. Let me select any child. I'll select Danny. Danny is taller than the teacher. So shall we reduce the size, teachers? You all know how to reduce the size. Just go on size and reduce it. Make it 75. I think I'll make it 65. He still looks taller than the teacher. Let me make it 60. Perfect. So that's how I selected the sprite. You're with me? Characters. Your characters are all ready now. You have a stage. They are on the stage. If in school, if you have a concept that is the Beauty and the Beast annual day, So don't you have a backdrop at the back with the title written Beauty and the Beast? So you have a backdrop, correct? You all agree to it? So as I said, to the extreme right below the stage, it is divided into two halves. Now go to the extreme right, the end. You can see there is a stage written and there is a backdrop written. Go down at the bottom. You see a square with a plus sign. Just click on that. This is how you will get a library of backdrops, teachers. Any backdrop that you want. It could be fantasy, music, sports, indoor, whatever you want. Mine is a classroom. So I'm using this chalkboard. Perfect. Now you saw how we are moving and how we are making it interesting. So we selected a backdrop. We selected sprite. I'm saying that I want to change his direction of Abby. So you see at the bottom in the sprite working area, you have a direction. If I click on that, see, I can change his direction, or I'll try and flip him because I want him to face here. Now he's facing the teacher. Perfect. Clear? Clear till here? Now this is all your sprite area, sprite and your backdrop. जो भी stage पे हो रहा है, पीछे backdrop हो रहा है और क्या characters आ रहे हैं, ये आपका वो area है. Come to the middle area now, the middle section of your screen. That is your working area. All programs will be written here. All your programs. Come to your extreme left of the screen. You see that chota gul, colorful circles? Those are called as palettes. They are palettes. How we used to use palettes and then input colors and then mix, and we used to do it, right? Every circle, the colorful circle, has a block of code. Like motion has all these set of codes. Looks has all these set of codes. Sound has all these set of codes. Perfect. Events. Event is to trigger an event. Correct? Annual day. Come on. Trigger an event. Open the curtain. Start. This is how we do it. Right? So what do we say? Look, children, the moment the curtains will open, everybody will have to be alert. We are going to begin with our annual day. Curtain open. Similarly, in Scratch, you have a command that is when green flag is clicked. So when you are going to click the green flag, your event is going to trigger. Got my point? Got my point? So now, Danny wants to tell the teacher, he wants to say something to teacher. Say. He wants to say. So now, like I am talking to you, how do I look when I talk like this? Okay? How do I look? I'm saying something. So how is my face? How do I look when I'm saying like that? So you have to remember that it comes into the looks palette. So in the look, he tries to say to a teacher, this is how, you saw what I did? I just dragged it and I dropped it here. If I don't need the command, I will drag it back. I will just drag the command and drop it here. You saw like a jigsaw puzzle it goes. So simple. No more text-based coding, that long coding with one semicolon gone, the whole coding gone. So what does he say? He is telling the teacher that good morning, Miss Abby. What are we going to learn today? What are we going to learn today? Perfect. He's asking a question. Sorry for this. I'll just change this. Okay. He's asking her a question. Moment the teacher enters, the students will ask a question. I have to do a guesswork here. Good morning, Miss Abby. What are you going to learn today? This is not going to be a 2 second. This could be 4 seconds. Now I'm having a conversation with Shriram. Okay. So I'm saying, good morning, Shriram. What are we going to learn today? So what is Shriram going to do? Is Shriram going to talk along with me? Or he's going to wait till I complete my sentence. Correct? If I will speak and Shri Ram will speak, there is an overlap. It is like, dono baat kar rahe, koi nahi sun raha. Correct? So when I am talking, Shri Ram will wait. When Shri Ram is going to talk, I will wait. Correct? This is how we do it in our real life. When someone is talking, we wait, we listen, then we say something. That's the time they wait and they listen. So the wait command, So what teacher says, we'll go to the teacher. The moment teacher has to say something, I have to ensure that I click on the teacher. Again, I will take the green flag and increase the font size. So now the teacher is saying, but she has to first wait. Correct? So how many seconds did Danny speak? Danny spoke for 4 seconds. So teacher is going to wait for 4.5. You're just keeping it as a buffer. The teacher will wait for 4.5 seconds. Then the teacher is going to say a dialogue. And what is the teacher going to say is, Danny, we will be learning about our solar system. Or we shall learn about our solar system. Okay, this could also be like, say, for 4 seconds. Now you understood? So this is how the conversation goes, teacher, and we can see it on the full screen. So he says, good morning, Miss Abby. What are we going to learn today? Danny, we shall learn about our solar system. Now you understood the conversation that's happening, teachers? So this is how we have a conversation in Scratch. And now she will say, come on, let's look at the galaxy. I will change the scene. Then whole thing will happen in that scene. Again, I will change the scene. Again, I will change the scene. So you imagine our multiple backdrops and how beautifully the conversation is happening, and then we create an animation. Okay, it's already 11 o'clock, so I will have to stop the program here. But I hope you're understanding, right? So this is how we do it. You can name your program here. You can see the untitled written here. You can name the program here. You can give it a title, Solar System. So that's how your project gets saved, teachers. Correct? So this is how Scratch is interesting. The main important part first you should know is the conversation. Once you know the conversation, then we start moving. We keep changing the backdrops. We keep adding the animations. We will give movement to the teacher. She will move a little ahead. She will move back. The student can move ahead, can move back. So there are a lot of animations that can be created. That's what we all learn in Scratch. Okay, I'll go back to my presentation now. And let you know something more about our, yeah. Thank you so much, Shilpa. Thank you. Thank you so much. Really, really appreciate. Okay, so yours is going to be a 5-week module, a 5 weeks module. You will have a Scratch, okay, where you will be learning about coding, what we did right now, block-based coding, storytelling, basic gaming app. We'll be learning about a maze game, chatbot, all these things. MIT App Inventor, you will learn about the Magic app. You will learn about information app. You will learn about the Google Translator, Paint Editor, Alexa app. All these things is going to be covered. PictoBlocks, we saw the celebrity recognition, right? It recognizes your emotions. Are you sad? Are you happy? It recognizes all that. Home automation. If I say that turn on the lights, so you will see that it's turned the light on. Turn the fan off. It will turn the fan off. That's about home automation that you'll be learning. So there are lots teachers that we are going to do. Speech recognition. If I'm going to upload a song, it is going to tell you which song it is. It will play that song. That is speech recognition. Okay. So it's a lot of interesting things in PictoBlocks too. Thank you, Mr. Banu. Python, you'll be learning about the identifiers, comments, variables, operators, decision-making, dictionaries, built-in functions, user-defined functions. Microsoft Minecraft, that world that we created, teachers, that will be, you'll be learning how to create a world. That world was created We just saw the output, but the world was created. You will create that world by placing everything, whatever you want, right? Then you will learn how to place your first block, like the world first block, what I had to place. Like I wanted those fraction thing happening. So I placed that block, correct? Then you will have
What does it mean, ma'am?
Sorry?
So it's an 1 month each in 6 months, ma'am. That is the duration of 6 months, or within 6 months you'll be able to do.
I will tell you what is it. I'm coming to that. I'm just coming to that. I'll just complete this. I'll answer your question. Okay, introduction to coding, coding to Minecraft, coding using conditions. Now this is a 5-course module that you'll be learning. I'm answering your question now. That is your Scratch, MIT App Inventor, Picture Blocks. That's your core module. This is your advanced module. This is going to be 1 month each, which you can do it anytime during 6 months. In a period of 6 months, you can do anytime Python and Microsoft Minecraft. Could I answer your question? I'm not sure about your name because it's written E-team. So yeah, okay.
Myself, Kumar.
Okay, Mr. Kumar. So could you understand that this is something, this is an advanced module, okay?
Okay.
Perfect. So this is all, you will be getting an LMS platform, okay? That's your learning management system, where all the recordings of the class will be uploaded. As the class gets over, the very next day, the recording will be uploaded. There'll be a lot of literature, a lot of handouts, the course material. You will be having a lot of warm-up assignments, which you can do for practice. Then you will have some assignment practicals, which you have to complete. And then only your certificate gets generated. Okay. So the training fees is 9,900 and 5,000 is for the advanced training of Python Minecraft. So the total fee is actually 14,900, but you have a special fee discount. If you enroll in this 3 days, then you will get it for 9,900 instead of 14,900. Okay. In case if you're interested, you can get in touch with Manjari and Priyanka. They are the ones who are in charge for the admissions. So you can contact them. Okay. This is how your certificate will be generated once you complete all the assignments, teachers. All right. And about UP educators, we have trained nearly 6,000 educators. We have got 4.9 rating on Google review. And we have got like certified educators. This is our STEM robotic programs.
Ma'am, do we need to pay the amount at once? 9,000?
No. They will give you the facility to pay. You can definitely speak with the sales team.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Welcome, dear. Okay, we are coming up. This I'll just take you quick because we are coming up with our STEM robotic course. Okay, where you will be learning all these options. You'll be learning in robotics, the fire alarm, lot of projects which is going to be on simulation, which is going to be hands-on. You'll be learning on IoT. So this is our STEM robotic program, teachers. See, this is how you'll be creating. This is the edge following robot. You can see the moment it comes to an edge, it moves. See how it moves. So this is how we will be creating an edge following robot, and there are lots that we'll be doing in robotics. This is a light following robot. Yes.
Does the robotics require any special skills like mathematics?
No, nothing. We have all the teachers who are from the non-technical background, and the robotic is made very, very simple. You know, those wires and all appears very complicated, but that's not the case. As mentioned earlier, that we take those baby steps, you know, like first you learn a tricycle, then a bicycle, and then a bike. It's exactly the same way. First, we will go through the simulation. So we do it all online. So you understand the components, you get a hang of those components. You understand what is what, where the connections are made, where the circuits are done. And then we go hands-on. So all the kit and everything will be provided from our end.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, see, this is a light.
One second, ma'am. Here I need to conclude one thing, ma'am. Because see, when we need to start any center like that, as you said earlier. So when we take this robotic, could the kit will be provided by the company, or we need to purchase from any outside?
The kit, no, I said the kit will be provided by us.
No, for us it is okay, ma'am. In order to start for further future, like in starting a center or like that.
No, the center and all we are only we provide training.
Okay, right. So when can it will get commenced, ma'am, for this robotics? Is there any new batch commencing?
Yeah, the new batch is coming up. You get in touch with Manjuri and Priyanka, the sales team. They will help you. So these are our courses, which I'm just trying to share is that we have robotics too and IoT. So you can see here. So once you complete your coding course also, you can switch to your robotic and IoT if you want. So you see, it's a light following robot. So the moment it sees the darkness, it starts moving. Okay, so that's about our robotics program. All right, teachers. Also, if you will go on our page, this is our website, teachers. If you will see our website, we have so many expert voices in education, all from the big education sectors. We have got, we have got video reviews of 700 plus educators who have provided us. You see 600 plus Google and Microsoft educators have passed out from us. These are all their reviews and feedbacks of the training courses. Also, if you will see our Google review, we have got 4.9 ratings and we have got like 1031 Google reviews, teachers. Okay, so that's about us. And if you have any questions, you can ask.
Any job assistance, ma'am?
Sorry?
Any job assistance will be provided to the company?
Actually, your voice is not very clear, Mr. Kumar. So,
is it audible now, ma'am?
Yeah. Please ask me.
Is there any job assistance provided by the after the program?
No. We are just providing with the training.
Okay, right.
I have just put the poll on. Okay, if you all can answer on the down, there is a poll. If you could just answer the question quickly, then I'll move to the next question. So could you please give your poll, please? Teachers, kindly, if you could just provide the answers for the poll. The poll is open. I hope you all know how to go. As you can see, just next to share screen, there is polls and quizzes. Yeah. My daughter is also interested. Can she join the course? Ma'am, these courses are for the educators. I'm so glad that she's interested. So happy to know that. Teachers, quickly go on the poll. Shilpa. Once you're done, then I'll open the second question. I hope you find it done. Yeah, I'm just waiting. There's still more participants. There's only 10 till now who have answered. So if you could just quickly, teachers. It's so nice to know. Yeah, online coding teacher. Exactly. It's very important, because nowadays, those generally what everybody feels is that, ICT teachers should know coding, but that's not the case, right? It's like everybody should know. And nowadays, the teachers who are learning coding and robotics are actually replacing, they're being upgraded because you prove an asset to your organization. And it is not just an asset to an organization, parallel. Can't converse. Can I join the course next month, please? Yes, Simi, definitely yes. Definitely yes, you can. You get in touch with the team. They will really help you. So don't worry on that. Thank you. Thank you so much, Sriram. Much appreciate. Okay, so shall I go to the next question? Yeah, I've opened the next question, teachers. 1 second. Yeah, I opened the next question. Thank you so much, Simmi. I hope you all have understood coding.
Understood, ma'am, but we require some more knowledge because actually, so when it comes to Python, it will be different from this Scratch, I think, ma'am.
Yeah. As I said, now we move like it's a progression, right? So
Yeah,
first
yeah,
you need to
correct.
like I can really tell you about the robotics also. Like when you're doing it on the simulation, it is a block-based coding, but then they're finding it so easy when they have to actually shift and move to the Arduino. It's not tough at all because once you get a hang, you're moving from the block-based coding, you're moving. So it's like a vertical progression. So once you get a hang of coding, it's like we cited an example, right? You move from a tricycle to a bicycle and then a bike. It's just like that. So it really helps and you really understand. So once you understand the concept of coding, it becomes very easy. And Python and all is very simple. So don't worry on that at all.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, it's very simple. Any more questions, teachers? Any more questions? Do you want to know something? And in case if you're interested, please get in touch. Thank you. But after long gap in learning, it took time for me to understand. It doesn't matter, even if you have a long gap. Once you're from an education field, it really doesn't matter, Mr. Balu. So don't worry on that. And I'm telling you, you will enjoy the coding class. So don't worry on that. We really
Thank
enjoy
you.
while we really enjoy, we teachers, it's so much interesting to learn coding. So it's like a great time because we laugh so much, because those sprites we bring those Santa Claus, it's like when you have to set their position, the Santa runs here. It's so much interesting and so much fun. So learning is fun basically, and that's important, So don't worry, Mr. Kausar. Don't worry at all on that. Thank you so much, Archana. Thanks. Thank you. Okay, so I'll end the poll now. I hope you all have answered. Thank you very much, Amita. Thank you. All right, so thank you so very much for joining this webinar on Sunday morning. I really, really appreciate. Looking forward again to get associated with you all once you enroll. We'll have a great time together. All right, enjoy your weekend. Thank you so very much. In case if you don't have any questions, so can we call off? We can end the meeting then. Perfect.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so very much and pleasure meeting all of you. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Have a great day. Bye. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.